anywhere, anytime with the Arvest Go mobile app from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Now at 10, an unexpected debt could have an impact on scholarships and hiring at Fort Scott Community College. Plus, a delay in student aid has some students in Arkansas stressed about their academic futures. And area high school and college students take their welding skills to a competition in Joplin.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
An Neosho, Missouri man dies in a motorcycle crash. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Happened late this afternoon on Highway 86 just south of Reddings Mill, Missouri. Authorities say 69-year-old Jay Gardner of Neosho was riding his motorcycle on the S curves just north of the original Candy House location. The cycle struck a sign and utility pole and Gardner died at the scene. Let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney now for a first look at the weather.
We had a pretty nice warm day today, and we're going to have another warm day tomorrow, getting up to about 70 degrees. Temperature right now is 57 in Joplin, pretty clear. We do still see a little bit of wind, but no rain. And then we're going to take a look and start tracking our next system right over here, make its way into our area Friday evening. And we'll see those clouds start to roll in around 7 a.m. And then the rain starts to come in, just light showers, possibly some thunderstorms a little bit later in the afternoon around 4 p.m. and again 6 p.m. and it'll be like that for the remainder of the evening on Friday before it tapers off and moves out of our area with a little bit more rain ahead later this weekend, but I'll have more details in just a bit.
See you soon. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly today signed into law a bipartisan bill giving a tax break to some businesses that employ Kansans with disabilities. Now, under the new law, the Disability Employment Act expands an income tax credit for goods and services purchased from qualified businesses that employ disabled workers and pay those workers at least the minimum wage. Businesses that pay Kansans with disabilities less than minimum wage are not eligible for the Disability Employment Tax Credit. A Joplin area organization is looking to give away some money and is asking for suggestions on who should get it. The Joplin Regional Community Foundation is inviting residents of Joplin, Webb City, and Carl Junction to submit nominations for its second annual Philanthropic Achievement Award. The award recognizes outstanding and sustained charitable achievement by an individual, organization, or business to benefit any of those three communities. The winner of the award will receive a $2,500 donation to go to the charity of their choice. Nominations are due by 5 p.m. on March 1st, and you can find more information at koamnewsnow.com. After calculating expenditures from the previous fiscal year, Fort Scott Community College administration realized the college was $1 million in debt. The president, Jason Kegler, says college officials discovered the issue in December. He blames credit card spending and not sticking to the purchasing approval policy that he says caused the problem. To combat the deficit, a freeze on spending and hiring is now in place.
We've pulled back the ability for people to use college credit cards because and we've asked them to start actually utilizing the PO system, and so we're confident. There was some concerns early on about how that would look, but I think all of our employees, our faculty and staff, they've adjusted.
Kegler says there is no suspicion of criminal wrongdoing. Fort Scott Community College plans to hold a community discussion on February 21st to discuss the deficit and how they're going to overcome it. The free application for federal student aid, better known as FAFSA, has been delayed until March, 5 months later than originally planned. Despite the delay, the University of Arkansas is still in a great spot and could be looking at another record class. Parker Abels has that story.
The U.S. government decided that they wanted to make this an easier process for students. And of course, we all know whenever you change something that has been in place for a very long time, there can be some bumps along the way. And that's certainly what we're experiencing here.
Despite the delay, the University of Arkansas is still in a great spot and could be looking for another record class.
Our applications are up over last year. We are really expecting a robust class this fall. So probably the second largest in our history.
And while the university is doing well, Fayetteville High School's college counselor Leslie Ziegler says this year's high school senior class has a lot more on their plate than the classes before them.
Seniors are stressed right now anyway. They know that within 8 to 12 months their life is going to be very different, and usually they can go ahead and make that decision about at least where they're going to live, or where they're going to be going to school, and it just is pushing that decision back.
But the students should still have plenty of time to make a decision, even with the huge delay.
If students can just wait, we're talking about maybe 6 weeks, wait another 6 weeks, you will have time to make your decision and make a good one. And colleges know, I think students are trying very, very hard to meet these deadlines, and they've been handed or dealt a hand that says, I'm sorry, you can't meet the deadline that you originally thought. Well, colleges know this, and colleges are going to be, they're going to be sympathetic.
While the normal deadline for a college decision is May 1st, a lot of colleges are petitioning for a little added time for students. Girard High School today held their annual Trojan Entrepreneurial Challenge. The challenge featured pitches for 11 business ideas. Today, students were able to present their pitches, kind of like they do on that TV show Shark Tank, for the judges, who consisted of community business people.
Always had an avid interest in business. I've also had an avid interest in creating things and crafting. So I feel like having a business where I'm making an actual product and selling it to others is a great way to learn business, because that's what I'm going into. And it's a great way to just kind of get my hands wet with doing entrepreneurial activities.
The day culminated with a trade show in the GHS Shireman Auditorium and a short award ceremony in front of the student body. Area high school and college students participated in the Skills USA District Welding Competition at the Joplin Advanced Training and Technology Center. For the student welders, the competition featured an element of the unknown.
You're going to get a job somewhere as a welder. You have to take that weld test first. To perform, and that's got some pressure behind it. You're in a new building, new machine, and this gives them that opportunity to kind of go through that and measure their skill set at this point.
Students finishing in first or second place will advance to the state competition in April. Theater students at McDonald County High School are preparing for their performance of a show that's been written, cast, and directed by one of their peers, a classmate. Rebecca Lilly is a McDonald County senior with a passion to write. She wrote the show when she was 16. It dramatizes her struggles as a writer and dealing with writer's block. Rebecca says she's had the full support of her fellow students and theater teacher throughout this entire process.
I came in and I was like, Mr. Hester, can we do this show that I wrote? And he said, yeah, sure. And then I never heard back on it for months. I was like, I'm serious, Mr. Hester. If you're serious, I'm serious. I want to do this show. And he was like, okay, well, you just got to keep reminding me. So I did.
Students will perform tomorrow at McDonald County High School, and for $10 you can watch the show and have a dinner. A little bit later in sports, the latest move from the Oklahoma City Thunder causes some rumbles across the league. John's going to have details on this late season trade. But up first, results of the investigation into President Biden's handling of classified documents.
Crossing Casino brings you the ultimate entertainment experience. Voted the area's favorite.
Connection.com/careers. Connection is an equal opportunity employer.
Authorities today released the long-awaited Justice Department report on the investigation into President Biden's handling of highly classified documents from his time as vice president and senator. It contains no charges against the president, but says he disclosed classified material when he was a private citizen. Natalie Brand has the latest.
After a year-long investigation, the special counsel report concludes that no criminal charges are warranted against President Biden for his handling of classified documents after he left the White House as vice president. The president addressed the report in televised remarks Thursday night.
I was pleased to see he reached a firm conclusion that no charges should be brought against me in this case. This was an exhaustive investigation.
But the report from special counsel Robert Hur issued harsh criticism, saying Biden willfully retained and disclosed classified materials when he was a private citizen.
So these assertions are not only misleading, they're just plain wrong.
The report included photos of classified Afghanistan documents at Biden's Delaware home and other records at his former office in Washington, D.C. Hur writes that Biden's conduct presented serious risks to national security given the vulnerability of extraordinarily sensitive information, but it concludes that the evidence does not establish Mr. Biden's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The finding comes at a time the president's chief political rival, former President Donald Trump, faces a criminal indictment accusing him of illegally keeping classified records at his Florida estate.
Former President Trump, I don't believe, would have faced criminal charges if he had said, I found documents.
Legal analysts say a key difference between the cases, Biden cooperated with the investigation. Hur interviewed Biden for 5 hours and noted memory lapses concerning the timeline of when he was vice president and regarding a deep personal loss for the president.
There's even reference that I don't remember when my son died. How in the hell dare he raise that?
President Biden disputed issues with his memory when pressed by reporters. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
At the end of the news conference, the president made a gaffe when referring to Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi as the president of Mexico. A little bit later, the Lady Lions might be the hottest team in the 4 states right now. John's going to have highlights from tonight's matchup against Lincoln.
And we'll also talk about rain chances coming up on Super Bowl Sunday.
This is home.
Hi, I'm Charles.
Vote in this year's competition. Whether you're buying or selling residential or commercial property, Cobb Realty is here to serve you.
So today was a wonderful but really windy day. My trash can got blown over across the yard earlier. Taking a look outside, we do see clear skies, no clouds yet at our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort camera. It's pretty nice, still a little bit windy, but no rain yet. We are tracking our next system coming in tomorrow evening. It starts to make its way over in our area by 4 p.m. tomorrow. But taking a look outside, no clouds, temperatures are still hanging around in the upper 50s. We'll be dropping to about 47 for our overnight low. Winds have slowed down a lot from this morning, about 13 miles per hour from the southwest, and still some gusts here and there, but it won't be anything like we saw earlier. Tomorrow we see another little spout of faster winds, only about 33 miles per hour in most of our counties in the south. And then it'll start to lighten up as we move through Friday evening and into Saturday. Most of the winds have lightened up, starting to move from the north, calming down a lot as we move into the remainder of the weekend. Now we do see this system come in. Clouds start to roll in around 7 a.m., 8 a.m. tomorrow, and then the rain might pick up a little bit more in the afternoon. We're going to see some pop-up thunderstorms, and they won't be severe, but they could be pretty loud, and temperatures sitting around 70 degrees. So it's going to be another warm day, but by the afternoon we are going to see possibly some storms pop up, mostly in our southern counties. This is taking a bit more of a southern track, and then as we move in through the evening, it starts to taper off on the eastern counties. Then by Friday evening and Saturday morning, we're clear and we won't see any more rain until possibly Saturday evening, moving into Sunday. This is due to this trough forming. It's going to deepen as it moves closer to our area, and by Saturday night, we see this low start to cut off, so it's going to be a pretty significant low right over here. It's pretty deep, and then it'll make its way into our area. By Sunday morning, clouds start to roll in, maybe some clouds or maybe some rain earlier in the day, and then we'll see most of that rain settle in the afternoon hours. And we'll take a closer look at this and the timing that it's going to be coming in. Sunday around 8 a.m. we see it starting to sit off of our southwestern area, then make its way in, and temperatures are pretty warm, not as cold as they could be, about upper 40s. But we do see some patches of maybe snow coming in, and that's going to continue as we move into Sunday night into Monday morning. Now these temperatures aren't dropping below freezing until Monday night. Our overnight low is going to be 28 degrees. But until then, it's all above freezing, so nothing's going to stick, but we could potentially see some snow coming in our area. Now the temperatures will warm up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, getting back up to 64, and then another chance of showers next weekend.
It's good to see 70 degrees again tomorrow. It just doesn't seem real for this
right
time of
before
year.
that snow coming in on Monday.
Wow, that's the 4 states for you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lindsay. Freeman Health wants to get the word out about the National Burn Awareness Week. Each year, nearly 400,000 people in the U.S. go to the hospital for burn-related injuries. Most burn accidents involve a fire, but not all of them. Burns that happen in the kitchen usually stem from a person touching a hot object or liquid. Experts recommend cool water as an immediate remedy. Still ahead, the Thunder make a trade in the final moments before the NBA trade deadline. And Missouri Southern basketball host Lincoln John Dales has those stories and more coming up next in sports.
Casey's has thin crust.
Committed to community service.
Hey, welcome into another Thunder Thursday night. The NBA trade deadline is officially in the past, and OKC makes a big move right beforehand. According to Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN, the Thunder are finalizing a trade to bring in Gordon Hayward from the Hornets. He's averaging more than 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. However, he hasn't played since December 26th because of a left calf issue. The Thunder are trading away guards Trey Mann, Vasilije Micic, and forward Davis Bertans. Hayward turns 34 next month, and he's in the last year of his deal, which pays him $31.5 million this year. A little bit of a break before our next Thunder Friday night. That's 2 weeks from tomorrow when the Wizards visit Paycom Center in Oklahoma City. Missouri Southern basketball back in Joplin tonight. The Lady Lions haven't lost a home game all season and are riding a 14-game winning streak into this evening. The men's team is hoping to bounce back from a loss. Missouri Southern comes into tonight riding a 14-game winning streak. Lincoln trying to put an end to that. In the first quarter is where we pick this one up. Caitlin Honeycutt gets open from 3. She's nothing but net from out there. Still in the first, nice pass from Chrislyn Jones to Maggie Saki, who finishes the layup that extends the Lions' lead to 4. Over to the second quarter, Jones throws it across the court. Honeycutt fires away from long range and nails it. Southern would take a 21-point lead into halftime. Into the second half, Honeycutt and Jones on the fast break. Easy passing leads to an easy basket. Then it's Honeycutt who beats the buzzer with a 3-pointer to end the third quarter. It's also her birthday, and Honeycutt finishes the game with a game-high 20 points. Lions win it 76-57, win number 15 in a row for Missouri Southern.
That first half, I thought our defense was really good, got us out to that lead. Started a little bit in the second half, but overall our defensive performance again was pretty solid. Then offensively, we did some positive things. But our kids have been doing a great job of understanding the scout, understanding personnel, and trying to take things away that they try to do well.
Over to the men's side, Missouri Southern enters the night winning 2 of the last 3 games. First points of the night, Darius Dawson posts up, gets the friendly roll off the rim for the first 2 points. Next possession, Dawson again fights hard inside the paint, able to pick up 2 more. He finished the game with 27. Still in the first, Avery Taggart open, and he nails the 3. The Lions open the game on a 10-0 run. Later in the first half, Vincent Sigmund knocks down the mid-range jump shot. A few possessions later, Sigmund comes flying into the lane, finishes the layup. Missouri Southern goes on to win this game 83-77. Things are trending up not only for the men's team, who's won 3 of 4, but that winning streak still continuing, 15 wins in a row for the Lady Lions.
Yeah, and things looking up for the Oklahoma City Thunder as well.
They most certainly are.
Big trade. We'll be right back.
Thunder fans, it's time for Thunder Thursday. Brought to you.
Stand for his service. We're proud to salute Eric Westerhold, a 4-state hero.
Spirit Week, in celebration of the Chiefs' trip to the Super Bowl, has been going on really all week at a lot of different schools, and it continued today at Rise Elementary in Neosho, Missouri, with Travis Throwback Thursday. Kids could dress in the number 87 in honor of Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. Of course, that's his jersey number. Or they could dress in fashion from the year 1987. Staff at the elementary say the excitement was infectious.
I love it. I love seeing them come in. We've done so many different days, and there's a few of them that they dress up every single time, and you just can't wait to see them come in and see what they come up with that day.
No, but go Chiefs!
Go Chiefs!
And a little heart sign there. I think that may be a little nod to Taylor. Chiefs Spirit Week continues tomorrow with Chiefs Fry-Yay at Galena Elementary. Fry-Yay. And it's going to be a warm day on Friday.
Yes, it is. Pretty warm with possibly some thunderstorms popping up a little bit later in the evening, around 4 p.m. and throughout the rest of the evening.
Final sports note.
Tomorrow, Pitt State and Missouri Southern baseball each play their home opener, and also everybody gets their first chance to watch our Chiefs countdown special to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that'll be tomorrow at 6:30. Among other things, some of us make our Chiefs Super Bowl predictions.
We do.
Tomorrow. We didn't know what each other was going to pick, but we all find out tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.